What's up, everybody? It's Coach T with Chicago Bears 360. Listen, by a guy by the name of Sigler, I believe his last name is. Hold on, let me see. Let me go to Twitter real fast. I believe his last name was Sigler, but he quoted in his article with the Chicago Tribune. He quoted Brad Biggs in saying that, and I quote: "After rewatching the game, my interpretation is a lot of these plays, when speaking about all the screens, that Justin's threw versus Minnesota on Monday night, um, Mr. Sigler, I believe his name, Jordan Sigler, yeah, published an article in the Chicago Tribune where he quoted Brad Biggs in saying, after watching, and I'm going to show y'all the quote. It's on my X, on my Twitter. After rewatching the game, this is Briggs talking, and Jordan quoting Brad Briggs. After rewatching the game, my interpretation is a lot of these plays were RPOs. RPOs. I want y'all to pick up on that. Brad Briggs is saying my interpretation of a lot of these plays were RPOs. Then he goes on to say RPOs, meaning Fields had the opportunity to had the opportunity to run, hand the ball off, or throw the screen, right? He had the opportunity to run the ball, hand the ball off, or throw the screen. When he was checking to the screens, it was a simple pre-snap numbers game, right? And part of that portion of it, I agree with. Um, it is a numbers game when you're running the screen. However, his definition of an RPO is off. And what he's trying to imply here is the RPO was given to Justin Fields basically given to Justin pre-snap, or yeah, he was given the RPO pre-snap from the headset and given the option to run the ball, hand the ball off, or throw the screen. That, as a definition of an RPO, is fundamentally wrong. And I pointed that out. So, um, another feature I want to test while we're in here anyway. So let's talk about it. Boom. After rewatching the game, my interpretation of a lot of these plays, the screens, when talking about the screens, and this is, I guess, Bragg talking to Jordan Sigler. After rewatching the game, my interpretation of a lot of these plays, meaning Fields' opportunity to run, hand the ball off, or throw the screen. I'm sorry, a lot of these plays were RPOs. A lot of the screen plays were RPOs. Let's start with that point right there, right? Put that in the chat. Let's start with, and this is fundamentally why Chicago Bears 360 Coach T exists, because there's so much misinformation out there about the fundamentals of football that people can just say anything and it'll lead fans down the path of um, misinformation. And then, we have what we have in Chicago right now. So after rewatching the game, my interpretation is a lot of these plays were RPOs. Meaning, let me stop right there. So what I've begun to do, and I'm gonna pick up, I'm gonna finish what I started. What I've begun to do already is I started going through the film already to see if they were true RPOs, to really answer that first stanza of the statement. After rewatching the game, my interpretation is a lot of these screens were RPOs. Now, that's the first thing that I find already finding this wrong. I've gotten through two series of offensive plays. I haven't seen any RPOs. That's the first thing. But the definition of RPO, I have a problem with here as well. Meaning Fields had the opportunity to run, hand the ball off, or throw the screen. Actually, by definition, that's actually a zone read. That's a zone read and an RPO mixed together. So he had the opportunity to run or hand the ball off. This is why I'm a stickler for people saying, what are the phrase they use? What's the phrase they use to describe zone read? It's not zone read, it's it's another name they call it, and it drives me nuts as a coach. Um, it's not zone read, it's a redundant statement they use. Read option. Read option is a pet peeve of mine that people use when they're describing zone read. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm a stickler for that and why I don't like read option versus zone read. Read option is redundant. It's the same thing. Reading the play and having an option is the same thing. But zone describes the blocking, read describes the read from the quarterback. So when he says meaning Fields has the opportunity to run the ball, I would have said here, and I know I'm being nitpicky, but I would have said first, Fields the opportunity to hand the ball off, which is the first option in a zone read or run. That's the zone read. And then the RPO is Fields has the opportunity or has the option to run the ball, hand the ball off and throw the pass, throw the screen. And it doesn't have to necessarily be a screen for RPO. He doesn't say that there, but it doesn't have to necessarily be a screen for RPO. It could have been any pass route combination, but for the sake of this article, it's a screen we're talking about because the whole article was meant to absolve Luke Getsy of the responsibility for calling so many screens and place the blame on Justin Fields, saying that he had the option to hand the ball off, run the ball, or pass the ball. And by definition, that's categorically wrong. I can't emphasize that enough, right? And by the way, I'm going through the film and I want to define that definition because I'm going through the film and I'm showing you guys, I'm going to show you guys and complete my study because it's research over me search all the time over here that I haven't seen any RPOs call. I've seen in 2 series so far, I've seen one zone read call. I've seen one zone read call. So the second stanza here, meaning Fields has the opportunity. First part was wrong. So far, we'll go through the film that's here. So far through 2 series, there's no RPOs call. There's a zone read call, but by definition, he's got the definition mixed up. Anyway, um, now this is the last part that makes it even worse for me because he says when he was checking to the screens, it was a simple pre-snap numbers game. What do you mean by checking to the screens? Because if you're saying if you're saying he has the option at the begin, if you're defining a run pass option as you come up to the line of scrimmage and you have the option as the quarterback to check to a screen, run the ball or pass the ball, that is not, I repeat, that is not the definition of an RPO. And what I pointed out in my tweet. I pointed out in my tweet. This is from top to bottom, wrong interpretation, wrong teaching of RPO. I hope I was clear on that, right? So let me go back. Um, because I said this in my article, you see it here if you can read it closely. I said another bad interpretation of all 22 here by Braggs is trying to say that an RPO is either a run check pass option that is not the definition of a RPO. An RPO is a dynamic read, meaning it happens all at once in the context of a play. It's not a come to the line of scrimmage, check the numbers, and I check to a screen class. Now that's an audible. That is a audible by definition. That is not an RPO. That's an audible. If I come to the line of scrimmage, I see the numbers. Oh, they got 6 at the line of scrimmage. My rules that we discussed throughout the week with the offensive coordinator says if they have 6 at the line of scrimmage, I check out of this play and throw the screen. That is a audible. That is not an RPO. An RPO happens after you snap the ball. Read pass option, meaning I'm going to read the safety or somebody guarding the receiver in the route combination. If they're not open, I'm going to hand the ball off. If they are open, I'm going to throw it to the receiver in its basic definition. Just like zone read. Zone read is I'm going to run inside zone. I'm going to put the ball in the belly of the running back. I'm going to watch the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If they crash down, I'm going to keep the ball and run. So by definition, this is categorically wrong, top to bottom. And this is why I called it out. This is why I do what I do on this show. And it's not to embarrass anybody. But we got to stop, because guess what? And I want y'all, that's why I want to find the article, because the article, the tenor of the article was absolving Luke Getsy of the screens and placing the blame of the screens, so many screens, Justin Fields, to say, hey, it was an RPO option. He just simply had to count the numbers pre-snap and determine pre-snap and check out of it and throw the screen. So it's saying that Justin called all the screens now. What do we have? If that's the case, people got to start using critical thinking skills. If that's the case, what do we have an offensive coordinator for? What do we have an offensive coordinator for? If you're going to give him the option to run, pass, hand the ball off, run, and run the RPO all in one play, and by definition, by your definition, that's what an RPO is. What do we need an offensive coordinator for? You would never give part of the read option game is run, zone read, or RPO. I have never heard of a coach giving a quarterback all 3 of them, meaning I'm going to give you run, I'm going to give you keep, and I'm going to give you passing routes in the same play. It would, by definition, it would be a zone read pass option. By that definition, it would be a zone read pass option. And I'm going to tell you how this schematically doesn't make sense. If I give you the run option, meaning the give to the running back and run option as the quarterback, then you would have to have wide receivers blocking in case you gave them the ball, gave the running back the ball, or the quarterback kept the ball. So you wouldn't want wide receivers in route combos if he gave the ball or the quarterback kept the ball, because guess what? If they're running routes, you're going to get the quarterback killed, right? This is crazy to defensive line. Oh, this is the other part that I thought schematically was wrong in the article, and quoting the statement. The Vikings were overloading the defensive line throughout the game. And where they were coming with pressure or dropping out, it didn't matter. That's a snap count. That's a pre-snap count. And I'm sorry, I'm reading this all wrong. The Vikings were overloading the defensive line throughout the game, and whether they were coming with pressure or dropping out, it didn't matter. The Vikings were overloading the line of scrimmage, the defensive line throughout the game, and whether they were coming with pressure or dropping out, it didn't matter. That's a pre-snap count. And with 7 in the box, on a lot of occasions, there's no place to run. Categorically wrong. Categorically wrong. Wrong. You want to run a game. You want to run the ball against a 7-man box. You want to run the ball against a 7-man box. I don't care if a 7-man box is normal. What are we saying right here? A 7-man box is normal. Whether you're in a 3-4 or a 4-3, do the math. 3-4-7, 4-3-7. That is normal. An 8-man box is not normal. Now, this would make sense if you said an 8-man box. So that's a pre-snap count. And with an 8-man box, a lot of occasions, there's no place to run the ball. Philosophically, football 101, you would be right if you said with an 8-man box, there's nowhere to run. But our offensive line has been successful at running against 8-man boxes. And how do you attack 8-man boxes? You run the ball off tackle. You run the ball off tackle. You can attack it off tackle. So the little, halfback toss play y'all see us run from time to time from under center, you can run that versus an 8-man box with our offensive line, because our offensive line is just so happen to be that good at the run game. But this is another statement that was wrong. It caught my attention as I was reading. Right? So what they're trying to say here, again, in trying to blame Justin Fields for the screens now you're trying to absolve Luke Getsy for all the screen calls, which is crazy to me, and trying to place the blame on Justin Fields for calling the screens, calling it an RPO, incorrectly defining an RPO and what an RPO is in the article. That's not the definition of RPO. Then you go on to double down on an incorrect schematic right here and saying pre-snap 7-man box, there's no place to run the ball. 7-man box is normal. You question whether you can run a box against an 8-man box. 8-man box is usually them walking the strong safety down into the box as an extra defender to stop the run. Now, and y'all see me say in other shows that even if you stack the box, you can run against the box. Also, if you walk up in the what they call the buddy blitz AA gap look with linebackers in gaps, you actually make it easier to run against a blitz look when you put bodies at the line of scrimmage, because offensive linemen don't like to play in space anyway. So if you put those linebackers, safeties, or corners anywhere where those offensive linemen can easily call out who they have and get their hands on them, you're making life easy for them. And all it takes is for one defender to get out of his gap assignment. And you can also say this: I have empirical visual evidence that a lot of Getsy's route combinations aren't connecting Justin Fields' eyes, right? So if it's right to left, this route, like, there's not a natural flow of eyes. He'll have a guy, fourth progression on the back end, standing there, right, just clapping his hands on a hitch route instead of, that's a wasted route. No wasted routes in your progressions, bro. So if you start with a right to left read, you're going to go with a 9 route post, and you're going to go with a seam hitch, right? Or I forgot what they call the deep hitch. So I go with a 9 route hitch, post, drag or dig, coming back towards the side. I'm going to connect my quarterback's eyes to make sure it's a nice sentence. It's a nice sentence, if that makes sense. I'm going to write a nice sentence with the routes. Meaning, if you were reading a book and we all were taught read left to right, if I'm reading a book and if I say, the first word is here, the second word is here, the third word is back to the front, you know what I'm saying? Like, it needs to be a smooth read left to right to left, high to low, low to high. That's all I'm asking for, right? Basic, like, come on, man. It's not that hard. It is really not that hard, bro. I've seen one zone read. I've seen no RPO so far, by definition. And this is why I'm doing this, because I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to be an a-hole. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to even clout chase, bro. Y'all know how I'm a teacher of football at the end of the day. So hell, Brad can come on the show and we can talk about. I will willingly teach any Bears beat writer, anything. Hell, it's free. It's out here on YouTube. You ain't even gotta let me know you in here. You know what I'm saying? Looking at my videos. You know what I'm saying? Just take the shit and run with it. But just because here's what I want y'all to do. This is what I would like y'all to do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would like to get my props. But what I would like y'all to do is become a better student of the game so you can go in the beat room and ask better football questions. That's why I like Herb Howard so much because Herb at least coached and Herb asked football questions. There was a great question that Herb asked the DB's coach a few weeks back about Jalen trailing, and I like the verbal sparring between the coach and Herb right there in the press room. He was like, "Yeah, we did that back in the day, back when people had definitive X's, right? But if I have a guy trail all the time, it's giving away my coverage too. Plus, all guys can't play outside or inside." Great, great exchange right there for football nerds, X and O schematic nerds. That was a great exchange, and I can recall that exchange because it was a great one, right? But nonetheless, let's jump into it, man. Let's do the thing. Pass play. I'm just looking for RPOs. RPOs would signify put the all right. A true mesh right here. We want a true on an RPO, you want a true mesh between the quarterback and the back. That wasn't a true mesh, not an RPO. Moving on. It's not that hard, bro. You can get through all these plays, and y'all tell Coach T if I'm tripping, if I'm lying, I'm doing too much with this guy or what. Am I being too hard on the guy? We got to stop, man, because this is what narratives come from. Blown up play or false start or something like that. Who was that on? Next play. It's easy to RPO pass play. Quick check down, boom. The other thing is pay attention. Go back to the video I did. I compared how Sean Payton chose to attack this defense versus how Luke Gessie chose to attack this defense. Polar opposite. Polar opposite. I don't think Sean Payton threw two screens that whole game, and they won. Denver won the game, but he didn't attack it with screens. He didn't. He ran the ball. Check the box score. He ran the ball versus this defense. That's not an RPO, but we'll check the results of the play. I thought this was a big miss by Justin right here. Usually he flips his hips and he's able to put those passes on the receiver. I think he just put a little bit too much mustard on that one. All right, that's dead. That series, that's a third series so far. No RPOs. Anybody anybody disagree? There was no RPOs in that. No RPOs in that series. Let's go. We got empirical visual evidence here. We don't have to guess. We know what we're looking at when we watch RP2, all 22 over here. And yes, Berlissimo, yes, you can come hang out. Yes, you can come hang out, my guy. All right, man. All right, back to the tape. Y'all let me know if y'all see RPO by definition. Quarterback trap, quarterback power. What we calling that, Berlissimo? I'm calling it one trap. Uh just a simple trap. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing with the back right here. I think we're counting on the trap to go. We're sending the back up the field so he can pick up the first person that comes, either the corner or the safety. He's probably looking safety first or backer if this trap goes, but I don't know. If I'm gonna trap, if I'm a trap here, I'm a trap like power. I'm a block down. I'm a block down. Use this back to kick out. So block down, pull, block down, kick out. Base power, right? So I'm blocking down, kicking out with this guy. Roshan can handle it, pulling the tackle up in the gap, and I'm QB power then. So I'm calling this quarterback trap because power would be blocked down, kick out with the running back, pull the guard up in the hole. QB does a fake little I'm a pass and then goes off in the hole. Yeah, so he runs a trap that gets blown up because Cole Komet misses his block right here. But back to our assignment, we're looking for RPOs. Sorry, looking for RPOs according to Bragg Biggs and Jason. Because I don't want to put this on all on Bragg Biggs, but Jason Sigler wrote the article. So now that could have been his own read. That could have been his own read, but I'm checking for where's the check? We didn't check. We're only checking for checks to screens. But this could have been RPO. I mean, not RPO, zone read. Zone read because of the mesh. I'm gonna pause right here. Good mesh. So here, power read, right? It would have been something like a power read because you got this guy pulling, right? So you're watching this guy, he's surfing, you hand it off. If he crashes, Justin runs across zone read, power read, something like that, right? So I've seen 2 zone reads so far, power reads. I'm still not seeing RPO. I'm still not seeing an RPO with the screen either. Let's see what we're doing here. Straight up pass. Listen, this was a great throw. If he completes this pass, this is a great throw because I want y'all to see this blitz package right here, man. And I gotta switch sides to my camera. So y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. I'm finna have some funky stuff going on right now. And I know you're gonna be able to see this myself, but I gotta slow this down so y'all can see it. Football nerd stuff right here. This, if he completes this, first of all, it's a great read anyway. But if he completes it, it's next level stuff. This is, watch this. This is show him the left hand and pop him with the right hand from the defensive coordinator right here. Lucas Patrick's going to call out his rain call. He want to slide protect to the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Slide protect to the numbers, rain call. You should have 1, 2, 3, zone protect to the front side, back side, man to man versus these 2 guys. So what Brian Flores does here is shows him the numbers to the right, but he's going to send the pressure from these creepers right here, right? Whether that's a nickel, safety, whatever. He's coming. So you're showing him the numbers to get him to slide this way, but you're sending the pressure from this way. And typically, what's going to happen is, and he's going to float this guy into the zone, thinking a quick read is going to come right here. First 2 reads is going to come right here, and you get an easy interception. But Justin correctly picks the outright. He just doesn't complete it. Watch this action up in here. Show him your right. Show him your left hand. Pop him with your right. Show him your left hand. Pop him with your right. This is a great blitz called by Brian Flores. Justin with the correct read. Great read, just doesn't complete the pass, bro. This is crazy. So this was the series we left off on. Okay, that was the QB trap play. That was the one I said was a zone read or power read. Here was the great blitz dial up miss. Watch these guys. This is where I froze at right here. Watch these guys right here. Right, watch him show pressure here, but he's gonna bring it from here. Great call. Now watch this guy right here float into the space where Justin or anybody else would have threw the ball, right? So you show pressure here, bring it here, but this guy's gonna float in the vacated. It's like a rat, what they call it, like a rat cover one blitz. It's creepers and replace right here. And Justin makes the right read, just doesn't complete the pass. Watch this. Boom. These guys are coming. This guy replaces right here. So these 2 guys are coming. This guy's going to replace because you're thinking he's going to read this pressure. And remember, the rule is always throw the ball where the pressure comes from, right? Well, he's going to send this guy where the pressure comes from, expecting interception. Justin doesn't fall for it. See, this guy's the replace guy right here. Now he's sitting pretty for an interception. Justin throws it to the right place. Just doesn't get the completion. He gets that completion, that's next level stuff right there. But so that shows he's seeing complex stuff. He's seeing complex blitzes from our opponents. He just got to connect. You got to connect. You got to deliver. It'll come, man. It'll come. It'll come next series. I'm still looking for check art. Check the screens. There's a screen for you. Let's see if he checked to it. Let's see if he checks to it. Anybody see a check? Anybody see a can call? Check to it. It's a screen out of empty. So where's the RPO? Jason Braggs, where's the RPO? Where's the run pass option? It's a call screen, bro. That's not on it. Come on, man. Y'all gotta quit playing. And it's a great game on that one, but I like DJ. They catch up and mustard plays, man. They're condiment plays. They're not featured plays. You're not doing it 17 times a game. This is the back-to-back screen. Again, out of empty formation. This is the back-to-back screen. Did this come from the headset or did Justin call this play? Because this is what they were implying with their article, that Justin called this. Was this call from the headset? Straighten out my chain right here. Jesus piece. Does this come from the headset, in y'all's opinion, or was this call by Justin? Empty formation, back-to-back screens. I refuse to believe. And it was empty formation. So no, Greg, it's not an RPO. Okay, 3 screens in a row with just some funky motion in there. Let's see. Was it a RPO? I mean, was it a check? No. That's the first test. Was it a true RPO? No. That mesh action that you just seen right there, that is not a true RPO to the screen right there. There was no true intentions of giving that ball off. Oh, it's already out. That's called through the headset. Nobody can convince me that that wasn't called in the headset. Get a little smoke, a little fire after the play right there, like the little intensity. Mix it up a little bit. It's football, right? No RPO there. Justin trying to find somebody open, looking like he's tripping over his own feet. But you know what I'm saying? That series over with. So I still haven't seen any check to screens. I still haven't seen any RPOs. I've seen 2 zone reads. We're not nitpicking, man, just for the sake of doing it. Oh crap. All right. Let me get y'all out of here, bro. Let me get y'all out of here. Let me do a few more series and we're gonna get y'all out of here. 2nd and 10. Let's go back to 1st and 10. Oh, he coordinated for one of the greatest coordinators ever. No, he didn't coordinate crap. He didn't call plays. He didn't install. He didn't game plan. He didn't call in Green Bay. And he's play calling for Chicago, which is the problem. He's calling plays. He's not coordinating the offense, which is the problem. Nothing. Not an RPO, not a check, not a screen. Oh, there you go. Now that could have been a zone read right there. That could have been a true zone read and give. See that? Look at the motion afterwards. He's going to give. You know what I'm saying? If this guy was crashing down, it could have been a true zone read. I believe it was outside zone, but it could have been. If you know what I'm saying? It could have been. But here's the other part. If it was a zone read, they wouldn't have blocked this guy. He would have blocked this guy and never read that guy. So no, it was actually outside zone. What are we doing? What let me know as I'm doing this right here. Let me know what video ideas, because I'm gonna clip this up and tonight and make it a show and to keep it on the channel tonight. But what video ideas do y'all want me to take a look at tomorrow since our bye week? I'm going to be on at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m., 9 a.m. Central. But what videos? I was thinking that I'll do, I did a comparison of how Sean McVay, I mean, not Sean McVay, Sean Payton attacked this Vikings team versus, and comparing it to how Luke Getsy did. That's in my videos list. Go check that out. Do me a favor and take out a quick minute for me today. Do me a favor. Take out a quick minute for me today and just run through my videos and hit them with a bunch of likes, man. I'm trying to boost my algorithm up so we can get the truth out here, right? We're trying to get the truth out here instead of these people just taking on the takes of the major big platforms and running with bad narratives. So if you have a moment after we get off this live right here, just go through the videos and just do a bunch of likes on the videos. You don't even have to comment. Just do a bunch of likes on the videos so we can get the algorithm. But you let me know what the next video you want to see. Film breakdown. I can break down anything. I can go back to the Detroit game, break that one down. I can scout our next opponent, right? I can scout. Well, our next point is Detroit. So we probably should take a look at the Detroit film and how we attack Detroit and maybe seeing what we can do different going into the December game, 10th game versus Detroit. But y'all let me know if that's what you want to see, and that'll be tomorrow's show. It's my top candidate so far for tomorrow. But if you want to see something else, y'all let me know what the next few breakdowns you want to see, and I'll cue those up, and we'll make it happen. Maybe have my boy Burlismo in here so we can talk football, talk some X and O, some schematics together, right? I think that was true inside zone, not a true RPO. Now, this might have been an RPO right here. I mean, just first glance, right? Run. You got route. See, this is what you're looking for. Now, I'm not saying it's an RPO, but I'm saying this is what you're looking for. You're looking for a mesh, a true mesh, right? You're looking for guys, blockers blocking, but you're looking for route combinations to make it an RPO, right? If they're not going out, and you got pass blocking going on right here. So this could have been one. There's one. After how many plays? That's one possible. Inside give. I don't know, Luke Getsy. Your running backs are averaging over 4 yards per carry. And they had 16 carries together. Roshan had 10. Khalil Herbert had 6. Justin had 12. But these guys are averaging plays like this. Oh, by the way, let's go back to what we were discussing earlier too, right? When we first started the live, right? What did we say? What were they saying we can't run against? We can't run against 7-man boxes. 7-man boxes are normal. 8-man is stack box. They saying we can't run against a stack box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy could be technically counted in the box or not the box, but the overall concept is you got single high safety. This is considered pretty much stacked, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and count this guy a 9 guy. You technically are not supposed to be able to, by their definition, you're not supposed to be able to get these yards. By their definition. All it takes is to make one guy miss, and you see he spun for another 4 yards. We can't run versus stack boxes, but we only did it 16 times with the running backs. Crazy to me. Quarterback draw. But you can't run versus stack boxes. Crazy to me. Inside, outside zone. You can get it. Where's the counters off of the inside and outside zone, though? Where's the counter play? I saw no two guard. I didn't see a guard and a tackle pulling together this entire game. Let's go back to that play. Let's go back to the outside zone, inside zone, where we got all the yards off of. Boom. Let's see, we get about 4 or 5 yards, right? Watch this. This is what I'm talking about. Where's this play? Let's draw it up. Let's draw it up for Berlismo. Berlismo gonna like this. What's the formation? We're going 12 personnel, 12 personnel. We'll go H over. H over. All right, look cool. Let's draw it up for the people. Boom. Boom. Let's draw it up for the people. Got to give the people what they want. Come on, man. All right. Let's draw it up for the people. Y'all probably wonder what I'm doing. Let me show y'all what I'm doing. Got to give the people. Let's draw that same play up for the people. Let's show them the counterplay for that. Let's show them the counterplay for that Berlismo. Let's show them the counterplay for that. So let's bring the tight end over here. 12 personnel. What was that formation? I'm gonna try and match that formation the best I can. It was something like this. Right? Was it a pistol look? Let me go back to it. Was it a pistol look? Yeah, it was a pistol look. Pistol look. All right, this was the formation. This is the formation. Right? You having success. My bad. You're having success. Let me get these corners situated. You're having success running this, right? Watch this. Even with an 8-man box, let's run this against an 8-man box. They walk the safety down in here. You spread this guy out, maybe even a nickel now, right? But I doubt if it's a nickel. They're going base personnel versus this look, right? You walk the safety down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Boom, 8-man box. So you had success just running this play right here where they just ran off tackle. Boom, boom, boom. They just ran a inside outside zone right here, right? Had success, right? What are we complaining about that Luke Gessie is not doing, right? If you have success doing that, come back and run your damn counterplay off of it, Luke. Come here, pull the guard to the backside, because when you're gashing them like that to the strength of the formation, when you're gashing them like that, guess what they're going to start doing? Commit more bodies to that side. So come back, pull your guard, right? Pull your guard, have your running back give you a jab step, and get greasy up in here. Boom. Pull your guard. Hell, matter of fact, make it a true counter. Make it a true counter. I'm sorry. Belismo was going to kill me on this if I didn't fix this. I know it. I already know it. I felt your energy already, Bear. Take it easy on me, man. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Let's fix this. Let's delete that. Actually, let's take this and run the true counter with it. Pull the guard, kick out that guy, pull a tackle too, pull him up in the gap, pull him up in there, let him get up in there, pick up the first person he sees, right? And with your running back, you're gonna do jab step, and get busy. That's Kyle Shanahan 101 right there, right? You're gonna start first play. First play is this. You're going with the having a little nerd moment right here. Football nerd moment right here. This is what we love to do, right, Bear? Have a football nerd moment. Pistol formation. So the first time you gash them with the inside zone, come back. Dang. Don't do that to me, man. What do I do with the cornerback? Oh, there it is. Boom. All right. So the first time, and these guys are gonna all slide to the strength of the formation, right? So they have gap integrity and all that good bull crap, right? They're gonna all slide over to make sure they're covering all the gaps. Guy gonna have head up, contain, like this guy's gonna be here. He's actually probably gonna be here over, but I'm not gonna go crazy with that, right? So this is the first play. The one on the bottom is the first play, right? And it's all it is. All it is guys blocking down here, blocking out, blocking out, blocking out. Copy, paste, paste, paste. All right. They're just blocking down. They're just blocking out. That should give you your core outside inside zone. All right. Now, I would call this a simple roar, right? I would call this a simple roar block for high schoolers, right? They just pin your ears back, blocking right, down gap backer type stuff, right? And running back just hitting it up in the hole, bend, bend, bang, break back, right? Bend, bang. He got three options. He's gonna bend it outside, break it inside, break it back, right? Boom. That's his three options outside though, right? But when you have success on this, you're having success on this one all game, then you come back because they're going to do is this is their move. Here's the strategy. Here's the strategic part. If you're having success on this right here, they're going to do this. Oh, let's move little super safety down in the box to take this away. Great. Now you come back and do this because they move super safety in the box. And now count the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You give yourself the numbers advantage. That's the strategy, bro. That's what we're doing out here. That's football 101. Probably not the prettiest graphic, but nonetheless, that is in a nutshell what you're trying to do. But Luke don't do that. Luke don't do that. Luke does something else. Luke is on his own program. But you got guys like Ghost the Tribe of Judah in the comments trolling people's account, talking about they don't know what they talking about. I don't get it, bro. Here again, you have success with it, right? You want Darnell Wright make a little bit better block there, but he's been good all season. And then you come back later on, you come back with the counterplay. Little motion, nobody trails with him, little zero blitz. Look, what we doing? Another screen. Again, let's see if there was a check to screen, whether it was called through the headset. Did he check to this screen? It was a motion. He did something towards his head right there. Oh, he's just adjusting his face, man. Was it an RPO screen? Was that mesh? No, it wasn't a true mesh. Anyway. I'll let this be the last drive. I think I made my point, man. So if I can find that article, then I'll show y'all that, post a link to it, whatever, on the next show, man. Here, another screen. Was it called in a huddle? Was it checked to? They're gonna put all the blame on this kid in the article, and that's crazy to me, bro. That was wild. Motion to the backfield. He's just running the play. He's running the play that's called, man. Now, if they worked out a dope deal or something that it happened outside of this right here, I don't know what they had going on, man. But listen to me. It's crazy to me, but you can't put 15 screens on this kid, man. It's crazy as hell to me, bro. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, man. It's your boy Coach Steve, Chicago Bears 360. The test did not work. I tried to test the studio. It's too. Y'all know how Coach Boone says. Y'all know I gotta end with this, man.
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts. and then you will run a mile. Perfection. Let's go to.
All right, man. We out of here. Peace.